Hello people, I really want to talk about ZiNG. They're like a pop culture collectible shop, and they are linked with EB Games, the game company I don't like because they are politically woke, and not just politically woke, they are politically racist upon other people too. I want to talk about ZiNG. They're not really that good of having things in there for you. Like, I've been in and out of that store for so many times. They never have anything what I like in there. Like every time I actually go to a store, every time I go into their store, right, like a ZiNG store, right, they always overkill with the pop figures. Like with the pop figures. Like every time I go into one, like all you can just see on one right out the back, right? It's always right out the back all the time, I think. All you can see is just pop figures all across the corner. And I always say this to them, you know, you can put more figures, like more different like lines of figures in that part there, and they kind of like annoy me and everything else, like how they are, like in there they're very rude. The you know, same with EB Games too, they're very rude too, people. You know, EB Games and ZiNG, they're very rude when you try to give them like business advice, and they just like brush you off and sweep it under the rug. Like you could put like a Lord of the Rings section in there. You can put like a monster collection in that section. You can put like pop culture figures in there, like, you know, Back to the Future, Gremlins, Freddy and Jason, and everything else. You can put like aliens in there. You can put everything in that corner. Like, and you can have just that one corner just with pop figures, and they just don't want to do that because they know pop makes a lot more money. And they really overkill it with the pop figures. And every time I go in there, I kind of like give up going in there now, because they never have anything in there. You know, people who collect things, we have different tastes of when we collect things. Like me, I like to collect like Lord of the Rings stuff and kaiju stuff. You know, like Monster, Godzilla, King Kong, and kind of stuff like that. And I do want to get into the movie collecting stuff too. Like, you know, collecting like Rocky figures and Rambo figures and Dragon Ball figures. Like, and every time I go in there and ask them, can I get some, like, you know, like, can you pre-order it in? They don't. Like, and there's this other like store I've been going to. Yeah, like and if they don't have it in there, they will get it in there. Like, but you have to pre-order it, like, you know, with money and everything else. Like, that's the good thing about other like pop culture collectible stores. If they don't got it in there, they'll get it in there for you. Only if you have to, like, sorry, let me rephrase that. If they don't got it in there, sorry about that, excuse me. If they don't got it in there for you, they will get it in there for you if you pre-order, but the money you can, you know, afford, you know. That's what I like about this other like store where I go to, like, because I'm been thinking of actually buying more figures there soon. Sorry. And yeah, like yeah, that's why I want to start going into like, you know, independent like collectible stores and all that stuff now, because these like big corporation places, like big corp places like EB Games and ZiNG, and they don't really have anything in there for other people. they're very selective what they get in there, you know, and they only get something in there what is popular in there, and it's pretty, I think it's pretty offensive when they do shit like that, you know, like, oh, like, you know, if it's not popular to our standards, well, we're not going to put it in here. And you know, the thing is, right, and when they said, oh, well, sorry, this was round about the time Godzilla versus Kong was out, and they said, oh, when the movie comes out, we probably get something in here. And when I went in there, right, to see, like, this was around about the time of Godzilla versus Kong and all that stuff, because I'm a big, massive kaiju collector, like you notice on my YouTube channel. They didn't have it there on the day when the movie came out. Like, this was about probably, I went to watch the movie with my niece first, and 2 days later I went into the store, right, and they never had it in there. It's like they said that in front of me too, like the people who work in ZiNG, whatever you, I don't even know what the store, that's what I think it's called, ZiNG. They said, oh, if the movie comes out, and if, like, you know, if the movie comes out, you know, that's when we have it in there, like in our place. And I walked in there, right, to see if this is true. And this was round about the time when they were releasing the SH Monster Arts figures, like showing them off and everything else. And I check on their pre-orders, like, you know, like if they can do pre-orders for that too. I walked in there to see if they got it in there, but to tell them if they can pre-order like SH Monster Arts in there or whatever, like, believe me or not, they won't, you know, give me a pre-order. They won't even give me a pre-order for it. Not just a pre-order. They don't even have it in their system. And I went back in there, like, this was about a week later, 2 weeks later, down the line, and they still didn't have it on their pre-order thing. They still didn't have it on their pre-order thing, like on their website. Like, I checked on their website and I checked with them, like, in person to see if they can pre-order it in there. And I said, fuck it, like, I'm done with these idiots, because they're very selective what they get in there. They don't really support, like, pop culture. All they care about is their little pop figures and everything else, where they could make like a section where it's like kaiju monster collection, or like superstar collections, like with all movie you know, stuff, or like, you know, aliens and action pack, you know. They're very selective. They're a corporation. They're not a good company to actually buy things from. The only thing I actually brought from their stupid dope place is probably a Lord of the Rings ring, and that's basically it. And that was actually basically a rip-off in itself, because that ring was like basically $150. And from the Jim Henson website, the jewelry shop in New Zealand, the actual people who made the Lord of the ring, they sold that to me for like $35, a replica of the ring for $35. And you know how much they sold that ring for in that shop? $150. What a joke. Like, that's cheapskate shit, man. I'm about to get off. I hope you all have a good one, and talk to you guys later. God bless. See ya. Bye.